In this video, I'm going to be talking about two kinds of events that are very popular in Unite. We have our dice events for unlocking new Pokemon, and we have our treasure chest challenges for unlocking some of the best holoware in the game. Hi everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw, let's get into it. So if you've been playing for a while, I'm sure you have seen something like this, the treasure chest challenge, and then right now there is the probability boost campaign, and I get a lot of questions about these events. First, I have to say an event like this is purely a cosmetic event, and the only reason you would participate in it is if you are looking to unlock this specific cosmetic. It does not help you in the game, it does not make you any better, it does not give you better solo queue teammates. Trust me, I have every treasure chest thing so far. All it's going to do is give you a really cool skin for the game that is going to cost you quite a bit of do-re-mi. I'm going to tell you how to get that for the cheapest possible amount, but this is a pay to unlock an expensive cosmetic. Each one of these really nice pieces of holoware, and they've also done this with the trainer outfit, have a value attached to them. So this Snorlax right here costs 300 tickets, while you take a look at something like this Cinderace costs 550 tickets. Those are the only two values we have had so far for a piece of holoware in the game. They will show you the possible reward details and what you could open at each level of chest. Obviously, the higher the level of chest, the better the reward possibilities are, and the level 4 chests are the ones you're going to want to open consistently if you are trying to unlock one of these pieces of holoware guaranteed. Now, if you have no interest in spending any money, I would recommend never putting a single gem into this, never really looking at this screen. Just open the chests as they open normally, grab your little frame or whatever, little ticket or something that they give you, and move on. This section is for someone who is looking to spend a considerable amount of money on a cosmetic. How much does it cost? Well, I have unlocked all of them in the game so far, and they have been as little as about 30 bucks, like a little under 30 bucks for one of them that I got particularly lucky on, all the way up to about $100 for the Pikachu skin, and that is the same as this Cinderace right here. It was a 550 ticket skin, and it cost me about $100. So yes, it is expensive and worth it because it's pretty. I mean, really, your mileage varies. So again, if you want to have this cosmetic, you should know what it's going to cost and you should know how to unlock it. Now I will tell you the best way to do that. So your best chance to unlock one of these is participating in getting your chest during one of their probability boost campaigns. The reason for that being, when you are playing and unlocking chests around this campaign, the chances of you getting a grade 2, 3, or 4 are much better as opposed to a grade 1. Normally, grade 1 is 40% of the time. However, during one of their little probability boosts, you get a grade 3 40% of the time, which is huge. It means you don't have to spend as much on upgrading your chests. When you get your chest, it's going to look something like this. This is just what I got from playing a few of that new Charge-a-Bug event, right? They gave me a grade 3 right away. I got a grade 4, and then I got 3 grade 3s. You are going to want to make sure that you are unlocking grade 4 treasure chests the entire time, okay? So what you have to do is you have to take your chests and you have to upgrade them. If a chest is already in this active spot of unlocking right here, you can no longer upgrade it. So if I want to get all of these chests to grade 4, I have to upgrade each one of these before it hits that active spot. So what I would do is I would buy a few of these upgrade tickets. I've already bought 3 of them. I would upgrade my chests, and now I have all of these level 4 chests ready to go. Now again, I would like to fill this entire thing and continue upgrading them to level 4 during one of the probability boost campaigns. That's when I'm spending the most on these chests. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be getting the chest and you're going to be rushing it. The open now feature, you're going to unlock multiple chests, you're going to fill it back up, get some more chests, always keeping 1 grade 4 in the active spot so you can upgrade the rest. So the basics look something like this. I'm going to rush this chest. I had no choice but for it to be a grade 3. I'm going to open it here, get whatever rewards I get. I got the sticker and I got 1 ticket, and then I'm going to rush and open this chest right here for the 96 gems. Open that one. 25 tickets. Oh, I actually got a little lucky on that one. Nice. I'm going to open this one right here. Opening the chest. Got 15 tickets. Actually got a couple decent pulls already. Open this one right here. I go ahead and I get another 10 tickets. Nice, so I actually got a few good ticket pulls on that one. Now, before I open this one, I'm going to fill the rest of this section up with new chests. One cool thing to note, and there was a user that brought this up on stream the other day, and I'm sorry I forgot who it was, but they mentioned during a probability boost campaign, it's actually more advantageous if you get a tier 1 chest rather than spending the 3 upgrade tokens on it to get it to 4. You would actually rush it really quick, like have it open itself because it only costs 24 gems, and then play another match and then randomly get another chest, which will more than likely not be a tier 1. So that's just a nice little tip to actually get a better chest. But again, this is all you would be doing, filling this back up, opening a bunch of tier 4 chests. Now, once you get yourself to a point where the days remaining for this challenge and the amount of chests you need to hit that pity level where they are going to give you the skin matches up, you can start to let the chests open naturally, and you can no longer need to rush the chest. So what does that look like? Right now, that would look like I have opened already 40, maybe 41 chests, and I continue to get a chest every single day. I upgrade it to level 4, but I no longer use the gems to open it now. I just let the chests open. Each one takes 24 hours when it's grade 4, and I open them as I go, moving through, waiting until the very final day of the treasure chest thing to open it and get my reward. It is something that you have to be on and you have to manage. If you do it correctly, you can save yourself a lot of money. If you do it incorrectly, you could accidentally spend way more money than you need to, opening chests that are not tier 4s and rushing the wrong things. But this is the general flow of what you're going to want to do. Get your chests during a probability boost weekend, or like right now when the thing opens. This is when you would be rushing your chests, and when it is not that time, let your chests unlock naturally, and then back into the probability boost and get yourself as close as you possibly can to that pity spot if you need to get the skin. That is how you get one of these skins. Is it confusing? Well, some would say that's the point. I should also mention, with the tickets you are getting, never, ever, ever spend these tickets on anything except the skin. Once you get the skin, like sometimes you could actually unlock the skin naturally. It's very rare. It's never happened to me. But once you unlock it, then you can buy whatever you want out of here that you haven't got yet. Definitely do not buy the limited time license or anything like that. Save your tickets until you have enough and unlock it. And you need to be on top of it. You need to be watching it to make sure that this event doesn't end or something like that. It is something that you have to manage. It's always fun to manage something like that. Now, we've talked about the treasure chest events. Again, that's purely for a cosmetic item. These are the dice events that are very popular in the game. They often bring a new Pokemon into the game through a dice event. We have a new different style of event coming for Mega Lucario soon. I'll make a separate video on that. But I want to give you the basics of a dice event, what you need to do to unlock these Pokemon totally free to play, which is very, very possible. You just have to follow a few rules as you are playing an event like this. So with one of these dice events, every single day they are going to give you one dice for free. You are going to roll that dice and it's going to go whatever number of squares. You will be able to do that once you complete your tile mission. By the way, I'll talk about that here in a moment, but you get your one daily dice, you go ahead and roll it, and it gives you, wow, we hit a 6. That's extremely rare that you would hit a 6. I guess not extremely rare, it's 1 in 6, right? But we hit a 6, so we don't need to re-roll that. However, I am going to talk to you about re-rolling dice because I think it is one of the most important things in this entire event. You want to be rolling either a 5 or really a 6 every single day throughout this event, with a few exceptions. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. So to unlock the Pokemon, it's going to take 1,000 of whatever the token is. King Penguin tokens for this event, right? It's going to take 1,000 Empoleon tokens to unlock it. Just like I talked about earlier with the treasure chest, never buy anything in here. Like there have been times there's been a Hollowware skin for the Pokemon. Never buy any of that until you have enough to get the Pokemon, for sure. Yes, the Pokemon at the end of the event will be available for coins in the shop, but you could get it so much cheaper if you just play the game and do the dice event. If you log in every day, roll your dice, complete your mission and roll a high number, either a 5 and mostly a 6, you will unlock this Pokemon guaranteed for free. Between the dice that they give you for free daily, again, you would need to be playing daily, and the dice that they give you every time you are collecting more and more coins, plus the login bonus where they give you additional dice. They give you enough dice to complete this challenge. However, what you are going to need to do is spend coins, so not in-game money that you would need to spend real life money to get, but the currency that you get by playing the game. You would need to spend coins to re-roll your die. The only time I would not re-roll a die to a higher number is if it is already a pretty good number, like a 4, 5, or a 6, and you are landing on one of the golden squares. The golden squares can move you, I believe it's between 1 and 3 squares. I think that's the most I've seen. So if you roll a 4 and it's gonna land on one of those gold spots, great. If I were to roll a 2 right here, personally, I would still re-roll to get a 6 so that I could go far enough. It's going to cost you coins that are going to increase every time you re-roll. So the first time it's like 100, then it's like 150, 250 or something like that. It is a bummer spending your coins like this, but if you do this throughout the event and you're rolling 5s and 6s and you are intentionally landing on these golden squares here, you will unlock this Pokemon for way less than what it will cost in the shop. The math I did on it, usually I think it costs you like a few thousand coins, maybe at the most, depending on how lucky or unlucky you get. What you will need to do is complete this map multiple times and complete your daily missions. Every time you complete a daily mission, you're gonna get 10 of these little points, and every time you complete a map, you're either gonna get 100 or 150. So to unlock whatever Pokemon is available through a dice event, you are going to need to complete this map 8 times. The reason I say 8 times is because between you rolling, every time you roll, like rolling a 6 every single time to go all 17 squares with that additional, you are going to complete the map. That's 3 rolls, so essentially 3 days you're going to do that, and in that you're going to complete 3 of the quests. By the time you have completed this map 8 times, you will have completed like 24 of the daily tile missions, which will give you a little over 1,000 coins. You can do this completely free to play, but you are going to need to consistently roll 6s essentially on your dice and make sure that you are taking advantage of the extra dice that the game gives you. If you do all of that, you will unlock any dice event Pokemon for free. But if you don't play for 4 or 5 days and a couple days you roll a 2 or a 3 and you don't spend the coins to upgrade it, you could run into a situation where near the end of the event you don't have enough and you can't unlock it. There is a workaround, but it's going to cost real money using the complete a map function. No matter where you are in the map, you will complete it. So you could use this at the start, you could use this 1 square away. It's going to cost the same 195 gems, and it's going to give you 150 of those tokens. So if you need to on the final day complete the map one more time, that is what you're going to have to do. But again, as long as you are logging in, as long as you are rolling your dice and upgrading it with coins, and as long as you are completing your tile missions, you will be able to get the dice Pokemon for way less than you would otherwise. Yes, you will need to spend in-game coins unless you get phenomenally lucky, but there is enough time. It's all built in. There's no like way that it's going to get you or something like that, as long as you are participating in it. So I wanted to make a little bit of a guide about this because I know a lot of people ask me about it. I've had questions about what kind of stuff you should buy from the Hoarfrost Emperor exchange that they have right here, right? And in general, you save all of it for the Pokemon. Every single day you roll, upgrade your dice to a 6, maybe a 5, maybe a 4 if you're landing on a gold square. And if you do that, you will definitely unlock this Pokemon for way cheaper than you can buy it. I'll have an updated guide with the Mega Lucario thing because that appears to be pretty different from the leaks that we have seen. But I just wanted to make these two because I get asked these questions a lot, so I thought this would be a good reference video for you. What to do with the treasure chest challenge? It's either you're participating and spending some real money or you are not. And then for the coin events, the dice events, for the dice events, as long as you are spending some coins, you will get this Pokemon way, way, way cheaper than you could otherwise. I hope this helped. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Sorry to whoever it was with the treasure chest challenge that mentioned that instead of upgrading from a tier 1 chest, you could just rush it and kind of roll the dice, as it were, on getting a new one during a probability campaign. That is a great strategy, and I apologize. I didn't write down who that was. All right, guys. Thank you all. I'll see y'all next time. We did it.